Welcome to another episode of Simplifying Social Media. I am your host, Tammany Hall with the Simple Touches. And today I'm so excited to introduce you to Sparkle Locket. And I'm going to let her introduce herself because she does so many amazing things and I can never remember everything. So tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, Tammany. First of all, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be on your platform. You are a celebrity in real estate marketing world. So I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be on your platform and sharing this experience with me.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
So my name is Sparkle Locket, Sparkle Chanel Locket. Sparkle is my real name. Just to let everyone know, everyone always thinks that's like a avatar or some sort, but no, it's my real name. My parents actually named me Sparkle. I've been in entrepreneurship for over 20 years. And my background is actually technology. So I was software engineering world for 20 plus years, pretty much since I've been an entrepreneur. I've always worked at the time, corporate America, and then I've always had my makeup business. I always had a business. So I come from a family of blue collar workers and also white collar and entrepreneurs as well. So that part, I do, like Tammany said, I do a multitude of things, but my main focus is a lifestyle brand. So I actually do beauty, real estate, and lifestyle, including we own a vodka company. It's Texas made and it's national. So those are my pillars.
And you're in Houston, correct?
And I'm in Houston, Texas. I'm actually from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh,
So
okay.
shout out to my Naptown folks, Indy. So I'm a Midwest girl, Midwest Atlanta, and then Houston, Texas.
And in our first conversation, you told me a little bit about how you actually use all of the different things that you're doing and like combine it into one avenue. Can you tell me a little bit about that again?
Yes. So what I do is called personal branding. Tammany and I, that's actually how we connected. I've actually been following her. And then Braden Real Estate Group is my brokerage that brokers me. And I saw you at one of their events in Dallas
Yeah.
because we do have a office in Dallas. I'm not in Dallas, but I missed the event and I was so excited to see you because I was like, oh my gosh, that's her. Oh my, I love her. I just love your personality. I love everything that you are, and you're a woman, right? So my brand is all about creating a space for women to be the best version of themselves, whether that's through beauty, real estate, and going on with the real estate. It is actually just empowering to build generational wealth. Let's change mindset about, only men can buy real estate. It's all about the women. I want to say about 90 to 92% of my clientele are single females with high net worth.
Yes.
And I represent being the best version of myself, just the empowerment, just being a woman, and we're here. And also, by being, cute out in social events, what I do is immediately I focus on personal branding. I focus on empowering and educating through that. Not, I was, telling Tammany that I'm actually going to be launching my coaching consulting company soon, actually more like July, August. So I'm finalizing everything right now. But I do have behind the scene clients. I just haven't,
Yeah.
I'm building content to promote them.
Soft launch.
Soft launch,
Yeah.
actually, yes. I always say that realtors and service-based business, and I don't want to say only realtors, real estate professionals, right? They always come to me because they're just like, I don't know how you do it all. I don't know how you combine all your brands together. And I just tell them, like, you have to think of yourself as a lifestyle brand and not focus on always selling and always pushing real estate. You want to be relatable. So I know who my target audience is. I know that everything that I do and everything that I promote my brand to be, whether it is in your face or passive marketing, that's what I do. I do beauty. I own a makeup company, Makeup by Sparkle, which I'm also wearing right now, for an example.
Promoting yourself.
And we're, discussing, I'm on a marketing real estate platform, which is real estate and marketing and branding. And then I'm not sipping my vodka because I've been on, but I am actually
It's too early, too early.
Right. Right. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, but someone is sipping our GL3 vodka. It's like you have to embrace it. And every day I embrace who I am. My branding for my makeup company is transitioning from coffee to cocktails, right? So from the boardroom to happy hour.
Love
And
that.
so the versatility of, not only my makeup, but that's my brand. Like that's what I live my life every single day. And so to be relatable in this market, in this state of social media, this state of just everything, the world, you have to be able to relate and do and make sure that you're being true to yourself. Because the things that I do, I walk in a room, I'm going to give you an example. If I'm going into a luncheon, or it could be a real estate luncheon or a women's luncheon or an event, I'm walking in there with Makeup by Sparkle. On my mind is always real estate. The goal is one thing. So I have multiple passions, but with one goal. And then vodka. So when I sit at the table, someone's asking me about our most popular, my best-selling Betty Boo. Oh, your red is, that's a powerful red. I could never see myself wearing red, but it is a true blue red, from the lightest of the light to the darkest of the dark for women, right? So that's a conversation piece. But also too, I start asking about them, if they knew anyone who, is looking to purchase a home. We have some great listings. And then the conversation just leads into that.
Yeah.
And into celebration, which is vodka, right?
Yes.
Drinking and cocktails. So, I mean, it's just in intertwining and integrating like all of those into one.
I love how you said multiple passions, one goal. So would it be correct to say that your brand is Sparkle Locket, and then you have the niche of real estate, the niche of beauty, the niche of vodka, right? That's so cool. And then one step deeper, you were mentioning you typically attract single, powerful women in all of your businesses, or is that just real estate?
In all of them, right? Because they all integrate with each other.
Yes.
Me, I feel like I'm successful in my own right. And I'm a woman of influence, of a woman that I love to empower. If you follow me at Sparkle_Chanel, you will see like literally that is what I do.
Yes.
And I think that is so important to pour into us. Not saying that, I have male clients as well. But again, knowing your niche and knowing who your target audience is very, very important, because that is who I'm serving. I'm serving looks, I'm serving knowledge, I'm serving education, I'm serving generational wealth, I'm serving cocktails, and I'm serving lipstick.
Yes. I love, okay, wait,
Look.
I love that you mentioned that you also have male clients, because a lot of people, I'm doing a webinar soon about niching down and picking your niche. And a lot of agents struggle with picking it because they're scared they're going to like eliminate opportunities with other people. And I tell them, I'm like, if people like you, they will beg you to work with them. And like, how cool is that to have someone be like, can you please be my realtor?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to say this too. Like, I niche myself as the relocation specialist, right?
Okay.
Because not only am I a realtor, but I've had the experience. And again, going off of my personal brand, my experience, I've relocated 3 times. And so I have 3 different, states that I, serve, and I receive referral based too. I just recently sold a home, and it was a custom home. There's one of the Texas custom builders here, top $1.5 million. And my clients did not see the home. They did most of my clients literally, I know it's like crazy, right? Because I thought that was a COVID thing. Like when we back in COVID and everything was like virtual, but people, just having integrity, having core values, making sure that you're showing up as your authentic self.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
People are going to work with you. You're going to attract the clients who are like you, right? I know I always hear know, like, and trust, but I don't think it's even about that anymore, right? It's about more than know, like, and trust. It's about, you're putting your brand out there. They're researching you. Someone can say, hey, you should go with Sparkle. She's one of the top producing agents in Texas.
Mm.
But if you're not showing up as that, and then also showing up, I'm not a salesy person. I always say the money chases me. I don't
Yes.
right? And that is so key. And when you're showing up as that and you're not chasing and you're just receiving and open to receive, the energy is going to all come to you,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
your personal, by putting yourself out there and showing up more, I think that is just me. Like, people know who Sparkle. When they say Sparkle, they're like, oh, she is Makeup by Sparkle. Oh, she is a realtor. Oh, her and her husband own a vodka company,
Mm.
right? And so those are the things that come up top of mind. And every event that I go to, I know people are like, oh, you're the socialite. No, like, there's a purpose behind everything. The purpose is lead generation, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't door knock. I'm not cold calling. That is not me or my personality. But what I do is I show up to events. Thank God I do have businesses that allows me to be in the rooms where my clients are, like
Mm-hmm.
my potential clients that I'm attracting. And so again, that another thing that's a part of branding.
Yep. Everyone needs a house at some point, right? So like that's so cool. Okay. So let's bring this back around to social media. So you're showing up to these events, you shine in person because your personality is just contagious. I love talking to you.
Thank you.
How does that then incorporate over to Instagram or TikTok or wherever you are? Tell us a little bit about that.
So the majority of my business comes off, and it's so weird. I am in my 40s. I will be 45 this year. The majority, and I'm in that Facebook group
Mm, okay.
that, you know, you're in marketing, that's where our soft spot is, right? In
Yep.
my age range. So a lot of my business comes from social media and Instagram. I show up on my stories a lot because stories, and I remember watching one of your videos, you were always saying like branding is on your feed and then stories are marketing. So like use your marketing to like engage more, and then you can see your personality more. People can see my personality more on my stories, and it's just easier for me. So I do a lot of poll. I show like me and my personality, and that's what people love on my feed. I know I need to get better at that. I know you will say I need to start, showing up more. But a lot of people, I get like 5,000 views, 3,000, 4 or 5,000, depending on the day,
Yeah.
like views on my stories.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, and then people, I just get business from there. And
Yeah.
I haven't integrated AI yet, which I really do need to, like when, you're chatting in the DM and it's when someone goes in your DM. So I have 3 accounts,
Okay.
but my focus is on my Sparkle_Chanel because it's all in one. I show up as real estate. I show up as beauty. I show up as, all of these things. And so that's where all the action is.
Yeah.
That's where all the sparkle is.
Yes. Branding.
Right.
And that's what I get a lot of questions of like, do I make separate accounts for my different businesses or whatever it is? And I personally, if you had a choice, would say no, because you're creating double, triple the work for yourself. But I did hear you mention you have accounts plural. So can you tell me a little bit about that thought process?
Yes. So it is so frustrating. And I totally agree with you about having these multiple accounts. You don't need them.
Mm-mm.
No matter what I've researched, no matter I've been, YouTube and Google and just like, okay, well, why do I need them? Because they stress me out. They cause me
Yeah.
anxiety, right?
Yes, yes.
So you just want social media to be easy and fun. And, you don't want to have to overthink about, okay, I got to post on this account and this voice is over here and this brand is showing up as this. So Sparkle_Chanel is always sparkling. It has everything in it. And I only can deal with one, like mentally,
Yeah.
I can deal with one. And all of the things. And that's where people just go. They just know. I use the hashtags. I know you have like a hashtag strategy. Tamany, I be listening to you, girl. Yo, like, you're not, no, like you're a genius, like to even create a platform like this
Yeah.
for real estate, because nothing ever existed. We always needed help, right? And so it's amazing because we do need those little tips and tricks
Yeah.
and all of these things because we don't know. But yes, social media is if you use it properly, it's used as a business metric. It
Yes.
should not stress you out. It should not overwhelm you. You should not, yes, content. I did a content, I had a content day, and I literally am committing to 4 weeks of batch content because that is important. And most of my content, most people are like, you need to do a vlog, you need to have your YouTube channel, you just need, like, everything you're putting in there on your stories, you can convert to YouTube. And I'm okay, I'm going to do that or whatever, but let me do baby steps. I think it's very, very important to just focus and zone in on one thing and then let that just be your brand, right?
Yeah.
And it encompasses everything who you are, because you're going to show up as yourself every day. Like, the reason why people work so hard, and I had this consultation discovery call with one of my potential clients, and they're like not doing the things that they're doing things that other people are doing, and it's not you. So it's going to stress you out, right?
Yes.
Then if you're creating all these accounts, you can't nurture your community. You can't nurture your brand. You can't nurture your clients. So your clients are going to get confused, but just focus on one thing.
Yeah. I love how you said that. Someone introduced me like, oh, she has a ton of followers. And I was like, I don't really care about that. What I'm most proud of is that I have created a space, like you were saying, for realtors to come and feel safe to ask these questions, because where else are they going to go? Right. And that should be what realtors strive for, or business owners, entrepreneurs in general, strive for with their social media platform, because it's a two-way conversation. You have the access to ask questions, comments, DMs, things like that, polls, all these things with the brand. So creating a safe space, or whatever that looks like for you, it's, strong, independent woman. For me, it's realtors, doing it, grinding, trying to make it work. And not wanting to do these door knocking things that are going to annoy most people, to be honest, in 2023.
And
so
it's not anymore.
It's not safe, which is really sad, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know everyone always thinks I'm going to judge them for their content. I don't judge. I really don't, unless you're like specifically asking me for feedback. Like that's not my jam. But I do want to ask you, because obviously you're getting clients from Instagram as is currently. So when you are on stories, it sounds like that's where most of the magic happens. What are you filming? What are you putting up there?
Kind of like a day in a life. And I literally, when I was doing my content day, I didn't realize it was that, but people are really engaged and want to know what you're doing. So for an example, I just started juicing. Texas, we're in Texas, allergies, and it's heavy allergy and sinus season, right?
Yes.
I'm just tired of being on antibiotics. I don't
Yeah.
be on antibiotics anymore. I'm tired of popping all this, allergy. I have to take allergy medicine every day, but just changing up in a healthy way, and emotionally, mentally, physically, all of that. So I've been on this juicing journey. And so I just started, and I was just like, Amazon, love Amazon. I probably need an affiliate link or something, because I like my DMs were flooded. Like when I was like, hey, I'm juicing today, I'm adding this to my morning routine. And what I just did was I added a time lapse. And so I didn't think, I was just like, oh, let me just, put a time lapse on, just showing the process. And then I went shopping. I showed when I went to Sprouts, and I was pushing a cart, and I was showing all the veggies, and then I was putting why, because I was operating at a deficit, right? Which is relatable to my clients, is we're always so busy. We're never taking care of ourselves, and health is wealth. And I remember my husband calling me during lunch last week, and he was just like, "Oh, how's your day?" Da, da, da. And I just started busting out crying. I was like, "I'm so tired of being sick. I'm so tired of being..."
Oh, yeah.
And so that's how I started my juicing journey. And now, guess what people are doing? DMing me, "Hey, what's the juicing recipe?" Texting me, "What juicer did you purchase?" And so I'm just, it wasn't anything. It was just to empower people. There's other alternatives out here. We can make the time for ourselves to make sure that we are good. So I just go in, I start with an inspirational, motivational something. I do a prayer and devotional every morning before I even start texting, before I start emailing, before I start doing anything, and asking God for grace every day to give me, because we're in a business of serving people and giving all the time. And that takes a lot out of us. And so I have to ask for grace every day to start my day. Then I go into my juicing. So I'm just like giving little tidbits of what I'm doing in my life, working with clients, contracts, putting in offers, different things like that, showing homes in the car. We're always in the car. We're in the car all the time. And just kind of talking about like your day to day, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whatever it is, people want to know. People want to know who are they working with. And so when I get client consultations, people are like, "Oh my gosh, I just want to say I struggle with allergies too." Or they're literally watching and polling and saying yes. And if they hit the wrong thing, they're texting me and they're like, or they're DMing me saying, "No, I meant to hit yes," or I meant to hit I want to start, or I want to work with you. How do I work with you?" And then I just send a link. So when you are relatable and when you are just being your authentic self, you're attracting everything that you want, right?
Yes.
In life.
So I took two awesome things from that story that you just told. The first thing is that any training marketer for real estate will tell you your goal is X amount of conversations per day, right? And the first thing that I love is that you posted about something nothing to do with real estate, and your DMs were flooded. So how many conversations did you create by just being like,
oh my gosh.
right?
Yes, it was. I've created maybe, and I've just been juicing from Monday. What's today? Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday. So within that, I've generated maybe 50 to 60 leads, if that. And I
It's
can't keep
crazy.
up. And I haven't even
Yes.
responded to like all of my DMs.
Yeah.
People know they've reached out to me, text, or reached out in my hit and request and on Facebook and different things like that. So that's actually between Facebook and Instagram. So what I do is I don't have my settings to automatically share into my stories and my Facebook. I have to actually tap it because I don't know, something's going on with Instagram. It's been kind of wacky lately. And I want to tell you guys, I like telling stories because I'm a storyteller. So in my sequence, in my stories, it's almost like they're your potential client, your customer, you're taking them on a customer journey with you, right? On a journey. And so when Instagram messes up, Instagram, if you're watching, Tamany, get your stuff together, because I want my sequence of stories to be in and not chopping it up where people are like going back and then it's out of sequence.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then the text message thing, like put on there. So I just start kind of like posting individually, because I feel like sometimes when you're posting in group in like max of 10 in your stories, it goes wacky or something. So Instagram, fix your story setting, because they're getting on my nerves. They're messing up my stories that I'm telling for my journey in order to generate not only great relationships, but business.
Yes. No, I'm right there with you. I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that. Okay, so the second thing that I pulled from what you just talked about or spoke about is mindset. And I talk about this often too, that because you are being vulnerable on video of all things now, not just posts on static posts and things like that, but on video, if you have a bad mindset, that's going to be super obvious, and nobody wants to get on social media to be sadder.
No, they're not on social media for that.
So I love that you talked about, your way of, getting your mind right. I mean, that looks different for everyone, but I think that's also a very, very important step to make sure that you know not only your brand and your niche, but like you yourself, because how can you show up authentically as yourself if you're unclear on what that looks like?
Absolutely. When I start off my coaching, like the day one, the first day that I do, it is all about mindset and clarity,
Yeah.
because you have to, and I'm saying mindset and clarity, not for your business, for you. So in my sessions, I work backwards. Most people, they're like, okay, you're building a brand for your brand typically, right? But what I have my clients doing is, and what I'm coaching them and consulting them to do, is building their brand from their lifestyle. What
Mm,
is the lifestyle you want to live? How do you want to live your life? What do you want to do? You
yeah.
may have a single mom with 3 children, and she's like, I want to be able to take my children on an international vacation at least once a year. So her homework was calculate like where you would like for them to go, and then calculate how much at a maximum that will cost you, and then you integrate that into your lifestyle. That's a part of being a lifestyle brand. As a real estate agent, we have up and down months or whatever. If you're consistently lead generating and following your program and your process, you shouldn't have that at a minimum. But it's just designing the life that you want to live, and that's going to make you happy. Where do you want to live? How do you want to wake up in the morning? I like waking up in the morning in a beautiful home, in a beautiful bedroom, so I can just look and just meditate and just ask God, thank you for giving me all of this. And that makes me want to keep going, right? So I work backwards. And I know people are like, well, that's weird. I don't think it's weird at all. I think you're designing your mindset, your clarity, and you have a clear vision on how do you want your life to be. So you know what that translates into? I have to keep producing. This is why I'm producing.
Yeah.
She works full time and she's a dual agent, but the dual agent, she's a full, I mean, she makes great money being that. And so that has her mindset going like, oh my gosh, like this is who I am. And it's not only focusing on, again, business and branding. It is who are you? You're serving yourself, serving God, you're serving yourself, then you're serving others. And if you're right here
Yes.
and here, mind, body, and soul is connected, you're going to be able to produce and be successful, and the money is going to come to you. And so that's
Mm.
why I would say I don't chase the money, it chases me, because
Mhm.
it's all about a mindset and manifesting that every day.
When we first spoke, I was like, God, I have to have you on my podcast. We are so aligned, and like, I just love listening to you speak. Okay, we are running a little bit over. So, one final tip for agents trying to market on social media, what would that be?
Oh my gosh,
Mm.
show up,
Yes.
start showing up, hire, invest in marketing. My goal for this year, I'm focusing on marketing. If you don't have marketing dollars, you literally can market with $0. Sponsors, ask your real estate partners. They should be able to give you anything you ask
Mm.
for if you're giving them business, right? And so you're both, everybody's a team, everyone is a partner. So like you all are serving each other. So if you don't have any marketing dollars, ask for them, right? So you can market, but the most important thing is show up, and show up as your authentic self, and do not try to be like anyone else, because you know what? You are who you are, and you are what you attract, and everything that God has for you, and you're going to receive it. So just be yourself, be who you are. If you're fun, if I love Jesus and I cuss a little bit, sometimes a lot, but you know what I'm saying? Like, people know that, they see my personality. And so that is what you're going to attract. So just keep showing up, keep going, just invest your dollars if you have them into marketing. If you don't have them, use other people's money to make money.
Yes. Okay, perfect. And we can find you at
Sparkle_Chanel on Instagram, Sparkle Locket on Facebook, and unlockwithlocket.com on the World Wide Web.
Fabulous. Thanks so much, girl. And I will see you. I'm so excited. She's doing my makeup for an event in Houston, so I'm super excited to meet you in person.
You're fun, girl. I cannot wait.
I'm so excited. I am not good at makeup.